Hi there, survivors. A new week brings a new episode of The Garage. Today, you'll learn the latest events of the Wastes, the changes of the current details apart from close-range weaponry, which rewards appear in Battle Royale, what survivors eat, and much more. Let's go. All the brand new events of the Wastes in this new Changes Digest. First things first, don't forget that the Connect Festival is still on. For a mission win, the player gets tailors, which, along with the parts and resources, can be exchanged in Martin's tent for a special weaponry. We talked about it in details in the previous episode. The event ends May 3rd. Hurry up! We've paid attention to the statistics of the updated raids and decided to remake the perimeter break event scenario. In the beginning of the event, you need to capture the cargo, while also clearing your way from the raiders. But the very fact of the capture means nothing yet. The enemy are ready for the attack and block the way to the evacuation point with tough gates. In order to destroy them, you need to get some explosives near the gates. Closer to the end, the enemy throws all their strength. If time runs out, you'll have another attempt, but then there'll be some more support crews to fight. Battle Royale has changed. Now, players can perform a daily mission of 9 successful fights in melees. Successful fights are those you finished in places from 1st to 4th. After plenty of talking with Connects, our mechanic returned to the garage to do some magic over old details. They thought hard and did some remaking and twisting. Take mechanical legs, for example. Despite good parameters, its combat potential wasn't fully deployed. High inertia and hard maneuverability were to blame for that. This is why now they've become more agile and more responsive to direction change, and also allow you to keep mobility as well as react to any situation without serious delays. Wheels with the lowest efficiency have become tougher. They're close to each other when it comes to characteristics. This is why the need for changes appears only after the change. And since there were a lot of those, mechanics have increased the durability of Luna 4, Shank, as well as chained and spiked wheels by 10 to 15%. Likewise, due to the new explosion system, the ride's wheels have become more damage sensitive by 25%. We've adjusted the hovers a bit. This time, it comes to the suspension height. It's been decreased to 15%. Hovers had a very obvious advantage over some types of weaponry. Now, flying crafts hover at lower altitudes, which makes them more vulnerable to guided missiles and close-range weaponry. Changes connected to close-range combat, in turn, are already of effect. Taking into account the changes with wheels, mechanical legs, hovers, and close-range weaponry, we expect positive changes both in craft variety and game styles. A heart-pounding moment, amigos. We've decided to transfer Crossout to the incredible, powerful, and shamelessly popular platform to make the project genuinely folk. To turn the face to the biggest and wrongly ignored audience. Meet This is how the hardware of the future looks in the Wastes, in every sense of the word. It even rides. This way it's easier to take it to your friends. And now let's show you the most popular exhibition craft of the last week. Schnecki I Quasar. To assemble such a tough guy is no easy job. 1 orange part, 6 purple ones, and 7 blue ones, but it's worth it. This is some kind of boar tank variation from the previous episode with the slope of scientist technologies. The only difference is that screws are installed here and not the usual halvers. The threat level is decisively accentuated by the die. You see a tank like this, and you start getting ready to dodge fireballs. Everything's organic and explainable in its construction. Screws ensure decent maneuverability and speed. Quasars, attached to different mouse buttons, shoot together and one by one, while the front and the cabin are covered by a steam train's blade. Obviously, there are additional ammo, radar detection device, and lots of reputation-increasing decor installed. The craft performs in middleweight category. It's explained by over 7,500 points of power and 1,336 points of structure. It's hasty to rush into open attack with a set speed, but no point in sheltering either. This is why the role of active partner suits this one best. Did you appear in front of the shabby enemy right on time? Stay sure, the frag is in the bag. Repeat to the bitter end. Pros: screws and quasars are organic combined. Decent build with defense taken into account. Works beautiful as a support craft. Stylish looks. Cons: requires lots of colorful parts for crafting. 4 out of 5. Pili I Karakurt. The craft construction allows for testing several updates and changes. Here you have Firestarter's harpoon, mechanical legs with updated characteristics, and slightly corrected saws. All of this works in combination around the main idea, tearing up the metal using every trick in the book. The most important thing is not to misjudge the weight of your enemy. Capture them with the harpoon, drag them closer, and fix into handy frame. And then just pull, saw, and call on your allies to join the process of massacre. These tactics works best for finishing off. It's easier to choose the enemy who's already lost his weaponry, so that they're completely helpless when captured. Or you can pay attention to snipers incapable of resisting at a very close distance. It won't be easy to perform the deadly embrace to the very end on a scorpion, but the sense of fulfillment is unforgettable. The ride will be most suitable to those survivors who love making up challenges themselves. However, it most definitely won't become a regular ride. Pros: an interesting form factor, ability to test several game changes at the same time, requires dexterity and skills. Cons: legs and harpoon can easily be shot off. Hard to imagine anyone would be riding this on a regular basis. We need nitro pulverizer. The principle is the same as with Goblin or Gory Niche. It cools generators, barrels, and ammo boxes, making them less fragile. It's an interesting idea. We now are modernizing flamethrowers, but in the future, we just might add something similar. Does Battle Royale stay forever? Yes, it stays as one of the melees. You can check the schedule on the website as usual. How does Battle Royale evolve? Will you add more substantial rewards? Yeah, we plan on giving the winners some unique cosmetic stuff from time to time. And right now, there's a mission for Gold Miner's Container where you can get an epic or rare detail as well as 200 coins. What do survivors eat? Enemies? Each other? Sand? I've heard they eat scraps. Oh, come on. Most people haven't changed that much. They prefer common food, mainly canned food. Well, that's it for today, survivors. Keep fighting and training, designing, and trading. See you in a week right here in the garage. Tell your friends about the show if you like it and leave your comments. We're always ready to hear you out. So long.